Hello, am I live? A slurp of coffee. Let's see if I'm live on there. It says I'm live. I will get used to this. I will. Hi, Lewis. Hi, Chris. And hi, Steve. Wow, I've got it to go live. Not scheduled. Off the cuff. Just playing around with the Orc Stomper. The Orc Stomper. He's been gluing some bits to his arms and stuff today. So I'm going to do... I didn't know whether to do the model making guru seam removing or whether to do the scaly models version. It's got quite a few bits of stuff on there. Where does that one go then? That's the actual beast itself. Put that over there. Hiya, Gemma. So this one actually sits up in there somehow. Hang on, where's the front? Where's the front? That bit in there. And then this bit affixes on the back in there. This arm goes on that side, like so. Needs a bit of the paint. Need to take a bit of the paint off the arm. And that one goes on there, like so. Big gun. Big gun. Hi, Jamie. Hope everyone's well. I've just had a message from the nurse to say that my wife's temperature is back to normal and she's eating well. So, hi, Nat. So, that's the big stomper. Plus, I've still got loads of sprues of stuff to go on yet. Which, being orc, it can go anywhere anyway. So, and he has his little head on top. Whoop, back to front. Little leg goes on top there. There. So, we'll get on with some. Where's the famous blue flag? You haven't sent it yet, Jamie. When you send it, I'll stick it up, mate. Stick it up on the roof. Bits of yeah, I was just sat here and I thought, while I'm sending all this off, may as well try and go live again. Hi, Jerry. How are you doing, mate? Just get some of this bum fluff off before I think I'll do these in Corax white and then I can do the other bits. It's a softy one. Yeah, it's just a try. I didn't schedule this live stream or anything. After all my shenanigans the other night, I thought I'd just go live, click a button and go live and see how it fares. So. And it went live. People were in there before I actually pushed the go live button. I should send it when the chocolate velociraptor comes down a bit. Okay, I'm only joking, mate. I won't stick it on the roof. Yeah. So, anybody managed to get any shopping in? I went on to the Morrison's website before, and there was 49,000 people in front of me waiting to get in the queue, waiting to get on the website. So I thought I'll give that one a miss. Go back on later. But good news that e-models are still working despite everything. Get any toilet rolls, Chris? I believe you did, from what I've heard. So that one looks okay there. And Jamie's got 2 deliveries coming from Amazon. One tomorrow and one on Wednesday. Andy McLeish, how you doing, mate? If you hang on a sec. Oh. Of course, Andy's off as well, isn't he, today? No toilet roll. How do you manage in a house with kids with no toilet roll? I'm not bad, Andy. Not going stir crazy quite yet. I'm gonna have to venture out tomorrow. I've got a couple of parcels to send. So the thing with our Asda is you don't actually queue for the post office outside like most places are queuing. But if you tell them at the front that you just go into the post office, you go straight in, providing you don't go shopping after. Pasta. I've got loads of jars of stuff in the cupboard, but no pasta to go with it. So I'll have to see if I can get some tomorrow. It's an easy meal pasta, and it's just chuck some ragu on top and. Oh, Andy's on lockdown as well. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. You work in a well-known telephone shop, don't you, Andy? So, 9 viewers. Yeah, that's not bad for an ad hoc, is it? Close to match Fox's 77 he actually got. He peaked at yesterday. Which I think that was an all-time high. What day is it today, Chris? Is it? I know it's Monday because I've not long spoken to the nurse, and she read out all the nursey information about the wife, and she goes, "Oh, here we go. It's Monday, right?" Otherwise, I don't think I'd have known, to be honest. Other than seeing a neighbour putting his bin out, and it's bin day tomorrow, so. You have to be mindful of keeping in shot on this, don't you? Went to the shop of Mum, phoned her up, and she left them at the front door for me. Oh, that's good. My daughter and granddaughter done a bit of baking yesterday and made some scones, and I was sat here and I can see everyone that pulls up at the front, and I just see my granddaughter's head run up, bang on the door, and run back to the car again. So I had a chat to him at 12-foot distance. It's certainly a nuisance, but still seems to be plenty of people moving around. Yeah, it is a bit big, isn't it, Andy? Compared to, where are we? Here we are. My hand up against that. And then, of course, it goes on the side of that then. Oh, there goes it. Goes in there on the side. It's going to be massive when it's finished. Then I've got all the different paint colours to go on. I've just done it in red naturally, and then I'll go over it with all the different types. What's going on in chat? Yep, Jerry's lost a wheel. Hope you're not driving. Are you just in for a couple of days this week, Jamie? That'd be a nice break from the house. Getting out a bit. I know there's lots of people going for walks. You see them coming past here. Yeah, I got a stomper when I went with Chris and Fox to Warhammer World. I'll say to the end of my days, it was Fox that made me buy it. He says it wasn't, but he pointed it out, shall I say. Once I've seen it, I couldn't. But this kit is very much similar to what Chris is doing with this, with the instructions. You don't actually get any numbers on the, or you do get numbers on the sprues, but no numbers on here where to put your stuff. So it's all left to your imagination, which is right. Because it's Orc. Thanks, Chris. I'm glad you reckon it was Fox's fault. I had trouble getting it in my backpack. The box is huge, and it was full of sprues. But yeah, it'll be all right when it's done. I've got my building mojo back. It's just a painting mojo I haven't got yet. I lost that a while ago, but it's nice making up your own mind where you want to put things. I mean, there are places on this where things actually fit on the back for the stack and stuff. But other than that, the arms, it's got a chest plate that goes on somewhere. That goes on the front somewhere. So it's got to be left off until I prime it in Corex. Yeah, everything's Fox's fault. He's got broad shoulders, you know. May not look it, but he has. Why is it every time you put it down, you see another seam that you've forgotten? I don't think I better get in with that one, will I? Yeah. So, yep, there's more there. And baseball cap. Yeah, I kept putting in his chat yesterday. He was saying it wasn't a baseball cap, but they must have had a design to make a baseball cap from, and I'm sure that was it. See what's going on. And that bit's come unstuck there. Sort that in a sec. See what chat's saying. Yeah. Hiya, Sped. How you doing, mate? Yeah, Spiddy's got a lathe. I haven't managed to watch the YouTube video yet, but I will do. That's a bit rough in there. Broad shoulders, but the size of a grasshopper when Mama Fox tells him off. Yeah. I've actually met Mama Fox. I've had a nice hug with Mama Fox. But I've actually got on the way loads more rivets as well. Kenneth in Australia, he got some rivet punches, so he said, "Oh, I'll make you some rivets." So they're winging the way over from Australia on pretty soon. So yeah, I had loads of. I was thinking of doing that, Spiddy, with the lathe. I actually had a wood turning lathe, and I bought wood blanks myself for making pens. And I'll see if I've still got them somewhere. I'm sure I've still got them in the shed. If I have, I'll send them up for you. And I'm sure I also had a bag of pen bits to go with the blanks. If I got them, you're welcome to them, mate. I'll send them up because I gave me lathe away to men in sheds that were opening in Ellesmere Port where I live, and because a lot of dementia sufferers were going to start going there, I thought, well, I'll let them have me wood lathe. So I gave it away. There's only a small desktop one, 36-inch bed. But if I've still got them, I'll have a sort out. I'll go out and have a look tomorrow, and if I've got them in me shed, I'll dig them out for you, mate. I was saying that I may well have given them with the lathe. But I'll have a look anyway. Very cool for making tubular things, yeah. Knee models mug, knee models mug, knee models mug. Right, that's that one done. So it would appear now I've got this sorted on how to do live streams. So this was just a quick try in to see if it would work. So $19 minutes been going for. So you're revealing your next E-models build tonight, Chris? Spiddy says, that'd be very nice of you, Mike. Thanks. If you find them, I'll make you a pen. Ooh, it was nice for you to donate that. I've been fancying a watchmaker's lathe for years. Crazy expensive, yeah, I can imagine. I was watching a program on the telly earlier posh pawnbrokers, and some woman found a Longines watch in a drawer that she wanted to sell, and it didn't work. So just had to replace the battery, and then I think he offered her something 200 quid for it. That didn't keep very good time. Lewis, got to think of a question for Dad, though, as he models do belly and bench. Chris does time in the telly. Yeah. I'm editing at the moment, Jamie, on my models build. I've done bits. I've waited for the weather to get better so as I could go outside and do some spraying, because I'm actually using rattle cans for the build. So obviously can't do it in here. This room's only about 12 by 8, I think it is, this room. So as soon as slowed me up a lot when I had that flu over Christmas, or just after Christmas. Was actually, oh yeah, Osric, you okay, mate? Slowed me down a lot of that flu. I was out of action for 14 days, I think it was. It knocked me right off my feet. I thought it got better after I was in bed for 6 days, and I started feeling better, so I got up, had a couple of days, and I was back in bed again for 6 days. And the nurse was saying, oh, you could have had that coronavirus, she's saying now, after all that. But I don't know what it was. To me, it was flu. You know when you've had flu. And to me, it was flu. Is it the blue Land Rover? Yeah. Yeah. It's a red one, Jamie. Surprise, surprise. So what's everybody else got on the bench? Best watch story I heard was a Breitling top time worn by Connery in Thunderball was found by someone at a car boot for 25 quid. Not only was it worth more being a Breitling, but the movie linked too. Yeah, I'll bet. But that went for a good few bob, that one. So Chris won't tell you what he's building, Spiddy. It's a surprise on the eModel stream tonight. You'll probably fall asleep anyway, Spid, and wake up near the end and miss it. That's your normal thing, isn't it, with any live streams? What have I missed? I fell asleep. Have I got any reddish wood blanks? No, there was some mahogany, some oak, and there's another very hard wood, an African wood, very hard it was. I can't remember the name of it now, it escapes me, but I'll dig them out because it had a piece of paper in the bag of blanks. Saying what each piece was. Oh, Need a camera stabilizer, don't I? That's that one gone. Yeah, I think that's where I got mine from, but eBay. I think it was a block of they called it pen blanks and mixed bag. Just wish I could remember the name of the African one. It was a really, really dark, hard wood, really hard. Like I say, I'll try and dig them out tomorrow. I need a reason to go in that shed anyway. I haven't been in there, and my son-in-law wants to borrow me pressure washer, which I probably won't ever see again once I land it. I was wondering that the other night, Spid, whether Chris on clock times, you change. I always thought, a friend of mine, I used to go to school with somebody whose parents owned a jeweler's shop, and he told me that they set all the hands at about 10 to 2. I don't know how far true that is, because it's the best look for the clock or something. No, Jamie. I wouldn't do that to Chris. I wouldn't do that to Gemma. You would, I know. For saying that, I'm not the biggest fan of spiders myself. Ooh. It's rough, huh? Yeah, well, it wasn't ebony. Just escapes me now, the name of it. It is 10 to 2 then. Ah, right, okay. Right. Ten to 2 is standard for photos. They reckon it shows most dial detail. I'd be a rebel in the shop and send them at 10 past 10. Yeah, I'm sure you would, Spit. Oh. Nice big seam there, down inside. Andy McLeish saying hi to Osric. What's the audio like? Is it loud enough, or am I too loud, or? Cheers, Andy. What's Biddy saying? Cool, Osric. There's some amazing pen turning videos. Acrylic is hilarious to see turned. Oh, crikey, yeah. Huge, long, plasticky streamers. I can imagine that. Thanks, Gemma. Thanks, Bid. And Cynical Steve's in. Get one of these, Steve. This will do you for all your... In fact, you could probably make one out of all your yogurt pots and washing tablet boxes and stuff that you have knocking around. There we go. The first land speeder was made using an empty shampoo bottle. Was it really? What, by Steve? That's a stringy bit of... If he still has his lathes, Rick, you should have a go. Pen kits and blanks, cheap. Really cool knowing you made your wife. Righty stick, not wifey stick. Not by Steve. Back in the first edition, 40k called Rogue Trader. All right. I was 6 when Star Wars came out, so sadly it weren't me. Well, not even going to guess how old I was when Star Wars came out. Oh, there's a big one there. That's a big seam line there. Still a pup. Me or you? My daughter keeps referring to me as Victor Meldrew. Getting a right moaner, Dad. Just like Victor Meldrew. Saying that, she's probably going to watch this now, isn't she? I cannot unsee the Yakult engines on the Mac thing since they were pointed out. Love what you done with that device, Steve. That's superb. That really good. Towing the glue holder as well. Glue holder with tracks, I think you put on it, didn't you? Foggy from Lost to the Summer Wine. Oh dear. Ooh. Powered by probiotics. Mm-hmm. More compo. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That one done as well. I'll take the edges off that. Yep. Dozer bait on the glue pot, amongst other things. Oh, wow. It's going to be a beast then. Huge. Going to be huge. Flat cap and hunting jacket, and it'll be foggy. Well, funny enough, I have got a flat cap. It was one that a neighbour gave me to give to my grandson for something they were doing in school. My grandson gave it back, and then neighbour didn't want it back, so I kept hold of it. Go big or go home when it's orcs. Yeah, say that again. Certainly is. Especially with this one. Is that one done? Oh yeah, the antique shop on. She used to be Hilda Ogden, didn't she, in Coronation Street? Jean Alexander, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, they all used to go there and get the stuff. Auntie Wainwright. God, Jamie, you're pretty clued up on these older series, aren't you? Yeah, I got tons of red paint stacked up. Loads in there. Plus, I've got another drawer behind me with a load of red in. Plus, I've got a couple of cans of Mephiston red. So, I won't run out of red. Probably end up selling it online for all those that can't get hold of any red. Right. Not going to do any painting. Not got the mojo for painting. Look at that. I tried to get that on before and it won't go on. And I just dropped it and it's gone straight on now. So we have that bit. That bit. Oh, this bit goes on this mush as well. This bit goes on there. He says without breaking it. that bit goes on there, like so. I'm still working on the checkerboard. Then one big arm goes on. That stack goes on the back from there. The other arm goes on, this goes on, that piece goes on there. And any other bits of rubbish I can find to put on there will go on as well. Marina and Howard, better than 50. Yeah. Yeah, not half. Marina and Howard. I think she passed away not long back, didn't she? From memory. Oh wow. Look at that. Why is it every time you pick it up you see another bit you forgot to scrape a seam on? I'm 14 watching now. Hello Michael, welcome. I think my subscriber count went up by about, I think it's 20 odd from when I said I was first going to do my first live stream, and then couldn't get it to work, and Fox very kindly did a hangout on that evening with me to get it all sorted and put me right, which Ted jumped into. Ted came in the hangout with us as well. And that, he's a good lad, that Fox. Jamie, yes, when Pearl used to catch him and he used to cycle faster on steroids, yeah. I forget the fella's name in the little garage cum shed now. He was a good character in that as well. Oh, excuse me. Dust. Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore. Does anybody know what the ingredients are for UMP primer paints? The ingredients? I don't think we'd ever find that out, mate. Basically, it's one shot, isn't it? That's what I normally use is one shot. Myself, that's the white. I have got some UMP black gloss, but as you can tell, I've had that knocking around a while. Gloss black. Still loads in there. Really good gloss shine on that. Fine mist coats. Right, where am I? I'll cut some more bits off. Another 5 minutes or so, and then get off and get something to eat for eModel stream. Couldn't really get on with Benny Hill, but off Garnet made you laugh. Yeah, I used to find Benny Hill funny. Alf Garnett, you just wouldn't get away with that nowadays. Very not politically correct for nowadays. Ooh, nearly got that one then. Nearly got that one wrong. On the buses, yeah, Rich Varney. Dad's Army, now that. I never get tired of watching Dad's Army. Never get tired of that. Carry On was funny, especially with Windsor Davis. He was great. Lovely boy, lovely boy. No, I wasn't, Jamie. I was in the army, but not in the 40s. 1972 to 1978. I done my time. Enjoyed every single minute of it. Four and a half years of my time in the army was spent in Germany, West Germany as it was then. That was great fun. And then I got married and I had to behave then. Where? Got some works. And some more bodies. What's chat doing? No, I used to one of the many vehicles that I drove was the 432, but it was because I was in the Royal Signals. It was all decked out with radio equipment, and at that time they used to put 432s in sort of a crucifix, and that was Brigade Command there, where they used to organize the battles, because Royal Signals were known to be first in and last out, along with the infantry. So good fun. I think I was saying to somebody in chat yesterday, I forget who it was now. I was saying for a short spell I was the Brigadier's electrician, because that was when I came out of my apprenticeship in 72, electrical apprenticeship. I went straight into the army, and a 6 months. But all electricians had to do a 6 month stint of being with the Brigadier. Making sure his electric blanket worked, his kettle. Hello. That's my daughter asking about my wife. Yeah, making sure his electric razor worked. And then they'd do the next part of the battle out in the 4x4 APV formation, and then he'd jump in his Lynx helicopter and fly off to the next location, ready for the next bit of the war, as it were. So they were good times. And then I always ended up sleeping on the floor in a sleeping bag next to me generator, making sure that it never broke down so he didn't get cold or couldn't have a brew. And that's why we only ever done 6 month stints, because we had to rough it then. Four through two was great, mate. Yeah. As a driver, you had your radio, which you had your commander behind you, communicating with you. But I always tuned mine into the World Service on Radio 4, because that was all you could get on the shortwave radios then that we had in them. So if there was cricket or anything on there, if we were lucky enough to have it, or as we quite often heard, the shipping forecast, which didn't apply at all. Good vehicles. Still got one up there in the box. So I was waiting for ages for them to come out. Ordered it from eModels. And hi, Big Charlie. Welcome in. 13 viewing at the moment. 5 thumbs up. Thank you very much. Yeah, I got the 432 when it first came out, and it's still up there in the box now, waiting to be done. Let's get around to doing it. Another body. Where's another body? Well, for those who are in, who's might be watching now that don't see me in the other streams that go on in the chat, this is my first live stream. That's why I'm fumbling my way through. Shaky camera. Just sort of come on for a bit. It's been on 53 minutes now. Just come on for a bit, just to get it all sorted out, and then I can call it a day and sort all the little glitches out to stop this happening and things, and then perhaps relieve some boredom for everybody, especially me. Get these little orcs cleaned up, and then what's happening in chat then? Practice makes perfect world better. Nothing wrong with yours, Chris. Andy McLeish, wait, you drove a rolling antenna? Yeah. But this was before this was back in the days that when you were getting into the back of our vehicles, you didn't step in when they were in operation mode. You had to jump in because of the RF called static, and you get quite a bad shock if you didn't jump. As with some of the 4-tonners that used to have radio equipment in. They had steps going up the back. But same with those. You had to jump onto the steps and jump off. Otherwise, you got an almighty RF burn. Even though you put her spikes in the ground. Of course, then they all went FM and all more up to date. Those were the days. Pull up a sandbag, I'll tell you a story. It's funny. I was saying the other week, I forget who I was chatting to now. I was chatting to someone and they were saying that I had a lad who was, when I was in the army out in Germany back in 72, there was a lad there and his name was Little Bob Amy because he was only about 5'4". And going back a couple of years ago, I started hanging out in Terry Smooth's hangouts with him. And there was another lad came in there called Dave Barker, Butcher That Model, who's about quite a lot now in the streams. And doing a hangout with Dave one night. And he was talking about when he worked on the resurfacing the Mary Rose. He was a diver on there. And he was saying, yeah, he said, and Little Bob Amy, me mate. I said, hang on a minute. I said, Little Bob Amy, your mate. He said, yeah. I said, was he ever in the army? And turns out it was the same Bob Amy that I was in the army with. So for love and money, we can't get in touch with him now. He's lost touch. He hasn't responded to Dave's messages. But small world. Little Bob Amy, data telegraphist. Ooh, do I get the Dremel out, Chris? Oh, were you born in 72, Chris? I'm not using a Dremel. Only you could use a Dremel that efficiently, Chris. I had to, when you were doing those barrels, I had to put my hand over my eyes and look through the slits of my fingers. Because 10,000 revs or whatever it was. That's one hell of a hole in your finger at that speed. But you didn't do it. And Chris was born in 72. Andy McLeish in 82. An 80s kid, eh? There we go. There we go. It's quite central. Won't be able to show you. I don't think you can see that. Quite central, that, eh? Central enough. It is an orc. So, 59. So we're coming up to the hour. I'm going to knock it on the head now, being as it's my first one. If I'm at the bench tomorrow, I'll stick it on and knock one up. And if anybody wants to jump in, you're more than welcome. And stay safe, everyone. Don't forget the E-Model stream tonight. And Chris's stream on Thursday. And take care, everyone. Stay safe. Enjoyed the hour. Thanks very much indeed for coming in. Take care, everyone. Bye. Bing.